If I was misinformed about one of these characters and maybe one of them would actually destroy me, then let me know. Tell me! That's what I'm getting at! Fucking tell me!
Right off the bat, I think you're queer.
Oh. California raisins. They're old, they're wrinkly raisins. California raisins would about destroy me.
The problem is raisins are way too soft and they don't have any structural integrity. When you scale them up to human size, they're gonna collapse and explode under their own weight.
But I have a suspicion they're black. I think they're in like a jazz band.
People who watch you through your non-content cop videos for any length of time inevitably wonder where it all went wrong. But for me, it's stuff like this that keeps me coming back to the table, because when anybody else sees 4 raisins, they think nothing because they're raisins. When you see 4 raisins, you think those black guys are definitely in a jazz band and they're absolutely going to beat me to death.
The shredded mini wheat mascot. Yeah, no questions. I would kick its ass.
So to me, this is the most infuriating thing in this entire video, because the mini wheats guy would fuck you to death. If he's human size, he's just a regular ass wheat. It's like fighting a pallet of plywood. Imagine going to Home Depot.
They're not like the Nazis at Harbor Freight.
Looking for cage-free mulch for your organic garden or whatever limp-dick thing people do in California. And then as you turn down an aisle, there's a stack of plywood and he has a face and arms and legs. As you walk past him, he smacks your girlfriend on the ass.
Oh, fuck! Oh, that fucking hurt! Fuck, you cunt!
Are you gonna hit him? He's made of plywood. What's your next move? Are you carrying a gun? Who gives a shit? This is an adult man that works full-time at Home Depot. He's got a long dick. He does not give a shit whether he lives or dies. You're gonna get destroyed. Your best option is to thank him for not publicly cuckolding you, and then drop to your knees and suck him.
My penis. That's a scary freaking stinger. I'm not gonna get stung by that. Jollibee is right there. Almost fully destroying me.
I couldn't agree more, really. Unless you get him in his sleep or something, I think he's gonna split center seam every time.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'd kill the icy bear. Bears in general sort of lack confidence. Icy bear's weak. I think I'd kill him.
A polar bear weighs at least 700 pounds. I mean, who are you trying to fuck here? It's not a black bear. It's a completely different thing. It's like seeing you in fighting form at 173 pounds and then seeing Shaq arrest some guy by beating him to death with his dick. It's like apples and oranges.
Next up, we have the subway pedophile. If it's a fair fight, he might just deck me. It might be a draw with the subway pedophile.
So I'm not as offended by this one. The only thing you missed is the psychological impact of going to prison. I don't think anybody's doubting the fact that Jared is somebody's prison wife, which to me is a wild conclusion. There are people that Jared went to high school with that got a job in an office, went to Christmas parties, got married, had kids, coached Little League Baseball, got divorced, and died young of a heart attack. And Jared, in spite of the fact that he's white, dumb, and ugly, you know, he loses a little weight, he happens to become the spokesman for a huge international corporation and becomes super rich and famous, gets a Wikipedia page, and then gets crucified for being a pedophile. That's quite a story arc. Either way, despite the physical stats, I don't think he's putting up a fight.
Just saying, cunt. The Vlasic pickle stork. Birds in general are overconfident. You know, if the little kid with scoliosis is like bopping on your head or whatever, like, you're not gonna smash him. You're not gonna fucking smash his goddamn little fucking head in.
Dude, nobody has talked about killing kids or scoliosis or killing kids with scoliosis anywhere in here. Is that the birds? Is that the point you were trying to make? I literally watched this a dozen times, trying to figure out what the fuck I was missing, and then I realized I'm trying to make sense out of a man who shaved beats into his head for a meme, and then recorded a video of himself stabbing Steve in the dick and rambling about how he could beat up a cartoon stork.
I can beat up a Native American woman. I'd probably pull out my 1840s musket and blast her in the face and steal her fucking land. Nothing sexual. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, fuck. Okay. I want to start this out by saying that I do love all Native American ladies. Yeah, this does not look like a good fight for Mia. With all that making butter and shit, you'd think she'd have a better upper body. I'm betting that she's mostly just the face of the brand, and after shooting a commercial, she probably flies back on a private jet to her Manhattan loft, all the while they're putting up nets around Land O'Lakes factories in Shenzhen. But yeah, whatever. She's not gonna have a good time.
Apple and Cinnamon, very powerful creature. I think that's a fucking skateboard. This one is very easy. They're maybe about where the California raisins are.
Yeah, this is easy. It's a human-sized tree trunk. It's a flexible telephone pole with legs that can skateboard. You're fucked.
I think it's a demon cow, and I don't think I would win against a demon cow in any world. I think this is actually probably final boss material.
Do you ever worry that you're retarded and no one is telling you?
So cows have been our slaves for a minute, and not slaves in like a Nat Turner, Django, they're gonna rise up and beat us all to death kind of way, more like slaves in a stupid fucking cow way. Now, this obviously is not an aggressive cow. It being red doesn't make its dick swing anymore for me, really. It probably just means it painted itself red. If this were final boss material, then we wouldn't be able to factory farm the shit out of him. How are you gonna put this above the polar bear, which is purpose-built to kill and eat things? I mean, get the fuck out of here.
The little fluffy bear that says this name is Bimbo, Bimbo's going to die.
Nothing named Bimbo can kick anyone's ass. This bear is the most beta of bears.
The thing about the Nesquik rabbit, he can, turn an entire pool into chocolate milk. I think he's soft.
Yeah, I'm not going to waste your time. Shitting into a pool is not a life skill. You're right, it's underwhelming.
The Trix rabbit, this guy can put up a fight. He's got sort of that Jared Fogle energy.
You know what, my nigga?
We've been through this. Jared ain't shit, and the Trix rabbit isn't either. Trix is the kind of guy that got bullied by his parents and his friends so badly that he's beyond timid. If you swung on him, he would cower, he would take it, and he would pray to whatever god he likes best that you don't kill him.
Chuck E. Cheese. I think old Chucky, he's intimidating. Let's put him here.
So this is actually a tough fight because there's nobody that could beat Chuck E. Cheese for that long and not be a complete psychopath. He's been not strangling kids for so long that I'm sure he would love the opportunity to beat somebody within an inch of their life. This is another guy who does not care about whether he lives or dies. There's some comic, I think it's Bill Burr, does a bit about how wild animals are crazy. Like, even a squirrel could be up your pant leg taking chunks out of your dick before you'd have any time to react. And I think that also perfectly illustrates the danger of potentially fighting a human-sized rat.
Punchy. The Hawaiian Punch guy. They didn't name him after the drink. They named the drink after him. I don't know if you've ever seen a very robust Hawaiian person. That's fucked up.
I'll give it to you that Hawaiians are scary. I mean, they're barely real people. The big ones, obviously in a good way, because they're almost superhuman, but the key word here is almost, because they are technically still human, which in comparison to a lot of other intimidating, actually superhuman stuff on this list, I mean, he doesn't even crack the top 5 for me, I think.
Ronald McDonald. It's got this sort of It vibes, creepy clown. I could probably one-shot him. I'm gonna put Ronald a little bit down on the list.
So your stuff about Ronnie and the It Clown having the same vibe doesn't really make any sense. They're obviously completely different in behavior and intent. Now, with that being said, he's a great businessman, but that probably keeps him out of the gym. Ron's probably more of a lover than a fighter.
Current day Aunt Jemima. I'd kick her in the teeth, and then she'd probably try to fight me in court. Nancy Green Jemima, or the Anna Robinson Jemima, I'm gonna get my shorts pulled over my head. The Aunt Jemima question is a little bit more complicated.
No, it's not. It's very simple. Any black woman on earth could kick your ass.
Finn the goldfish. This is like an incel wearing a leather jacket. We know he's a big pussy. No, you're not badass. You're dead.
The fish is another one I'm just not going to entertain. He's got no arms. He's got no legs. He can't fight in the ocean because he's bred. He's useless.
The Pringles man. He seems like just a man. That's where he belongs.
Does this look like a man to you, Ian? Buckle up for your Twitter ban, fuckhead.
The Cornflake Rooster. His name is Cornelius Corny Rooster. That's his name. I don't think anyone gives a shit about him. I mean, he's a rooster. He's gonna get owned.
So unlike cows, the only reason we can factory farm chickens is the size difference. If this is a regular size rooster, then it's RIP for him. But if this is a 160-pound rooster, which is what I'm gonna go with because it's way more fun, he's gonna rip off your dick and balls with unbelievable speed and accuracy. It's gonna be a real problem.
This is the honeycomb mascot. I think the main bit of context I would want to determine if I could kick his ass or not is where the name Crazy Craving came from. If that was his, birth name, he'd probably kick my ass. But if that's like some sort of cringy nickname that he gave himself, then, I'd bury him into my crotch.
I don't know how much time you've spent around poor honkies, but this is an obvious drug addict. He's definitely not human and on meth, which is not good. I don't give a shit where he got his name. It's very unlikely that he feels pain, and he'll kill you or happily die trying.
If you have crippling depression, tweet it at me. Say so in the comments. Tell me. That's what I'm getting at. Fucking tell me. Thank you so much for watching.
Ta-ta there, retard.